Sawat. My name is Pasit Konkatip and my nickname is Judge and I'll be presenting about my project tourmaline electricity generation and influences on human body. So first of all, you might wonder what tourmaline is or what is tourmaline. Well, let me introduce you to tourmaline. Tourmaline is a gemstone that is quite interesting. So first of all, it's a stone that people believe to have a power, which is interesting, but I'll get more on that later. Basically, my project is about a research on it, on the possibility of it having an effect on human body. Cool. So first of all, let me talk about tourmaline's myth and belief, which is probably the origin of my project. The myth and belief of tourmaline was dated way back. People used to believe tourmaline is some kind of power stone or mystical stone, which can cure your health benefits and which can benefit your health and um, influence your mental health, which is kind of weird. But then scientifically, it was said to believe that tourmaline is a gemstone that has that power. Doesn't make much sense, but it will make more sense later. Scientific theory believe that tourmaline is a stone that can generate some kind of power, which was then found that by Greek scientists that tourmaline has the power to generate electricity, which makes the stone static-like, which attract the small pieces of wood and some dust. With that being said, it kind of makes sense why people believe it was a power stone, right? Then scientists came up with the hypothesis that this stone might generate electricity that influence our health, which is kind of interesting. Now, on my research, I'll tell you about what I've done so far. So, first thing I've learned is about the pyroelectricity and piezoelectricity. So what are they? Pyroelectricity is the ability to generate electricity using heat of some kind of crystal, which of course we're talking about tourmaline, so it must be tourmaline. And piezoelectricity is the ability to generate electricity using pressure. The concept of it is kind of like that, but actually it doesn't really generate electricity. It just lets electricity flow through it when it's being pressured, but some way somehow that's kind of generating the electricity because the way it attracts the electricity. Then more research on it found that the electricity generates is actually a negative ions, which is interesting because negative ions is it's something very common. You can find it around pretty much everywhere. It's in the sunlight, it's in the thunderstorms, pretty much everywhere. But the interesting thing about it is that it could, in some research, claims that negative ion, has influences on human body. Then on 2013, I believe, a Nobel Prize winner scientist found that in our human body, the system of transporting water requires a negative ion to do it, which the more which mean the more negative ion it has, the more the better the process go. And furthermore, on that research, it was found that with more positive ions in human body system, the slower the system gets. So, negative. In conclusion, negative ions kind of mm, um, faster, but fasten the process. And another interesting thing about tourmaline is that it's a stone with a wide range of colors, right? With different colors, the stone has different chemical compound and chemical made of elements. Tourmaline can be made up into 32 different type of tourmaline, which, in conclusion, tourmaline is a very wide and wide range and variety stone. We cannot like study each of it specifically because it's so variety, but all of them shares the trait that it generates electricity, and that electricity is negative ion. But none of the research has confirmed that tourmaline has the ability to improve mental health, just like the research on negative ions that said it has the ability to improve mental health and stuff. But even though it has not yet been confirmed, I believe, according to my research, I believe that this is a very possible thing, theory. It could be true. It's really, it makes a lot of sense. And apart from that, this term I've learned a lot. I've learned how to do research, like scientific research. I've learned how to work individually, and I've learned how to work like I would say like a university students, because I get to work a lot with paperwork and lots of writings and reading, which I appreciate it, of course. And lastly, I want to thank you, my teachers and my friends, for helping me throughout the term. And that's about it. If you have any questions, just go back and replay the tape. Thank you.